Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed about the definitions in this chapter, right? So now what we are going to do is we are going to deal with our exercise 3.1. So before going to this exercise 3.1, you just recall your previous session, which was fully about the definitions of a polygon, what is meant by regular polygon, irregular polygon, concave polygon, convex polygon. Yes, do you remember that definitions? Yes, by using that definition we are going to write the answers in our textbook. Okay, what is the first question? Given here are some figures. What they are saying, there are few figures given here. Okay, first figure, second figure, third figure, fourth figure, fifth figure, sixth figure, seventh figure, eighth figure. Classify each of them on the basis of the following. So we are going to classify these figures based on the given condition. What is the first condition? Simple curve. In this diagrams, which are all simple curves? That is our first question. So in this, which is your simple curve? Is this a simple curve? Yes, because no intersection is given. So first figure is a simple curve. Next one, is it simple curve? Yes. Third curve? No, because two curves are given. So one curve is outside and another curve is inside. So it is not a simple curve. Is this one? No, because intersection is given. This one? Yes, because no intersection is given. Is this one? Yes. Next, this one? Yes. This one? No, because this is one curve, this is one curve. Some intersection or connection between two curves are given. So we are going to find which are all the simple curves. So have you written this? You should also write it in your textbook. This answer you should write in pencil in the textbook. Simple closed curve. Closed means what? It should have the opening and the ending point should be same. This is a simple closed curve, right? Yes. This one? This one? No. This one? No. This one? Yes. This one? Yes. Next to this? Yes. So these are all simple closed curve. Next, polygon. What is the definition of a polygon? It is a simple closed curve made up of line segments. So what are the lines, polygons used here? This is a polygon. This is a polygon. Then, no, that's all. Only 1 and 2 are the polygons. Figure 1 and 2 are polygons. Next, convex polygon. Convex means what? It will be extended outside. Convex. Okay, so it will be extended outside. So the number 2 is a convex polygon. Concave means what? It will be inside. So the first answer is your concave polygon. So these are all things you should write it in your textbook. Understood? Next is your third question. What is your third question, children? What is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? Make a non-convex quadrilateral and write. So what they are asking, what is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? They are asking the sum of a measures of a convex quadrilateral. So what is our actual sum of the measures of angles of convex quadrilateral? It is 360 degree. Actually this is one quadrilateral, right? Yes. What is actual formula of this quadrilateral is sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Why we are saying it as 360 degree means this quadrilateral you can separate it into two triangles. Is it? Can we separate this into two triangles, right? So what is the interior angles of a triangle? Sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So this is 180. Is it? And this is 180. So if you add both 180 plus 180, you will get 360 degree. So sum of all angles of the quadrilateral is 360. Understood? So this is actually a convex quadrilateral. Why? Because it is projecting outside. Okay. Whether it is possible for a concave quadrilateral, they are asking us to try it and see. Yes, they are asking us to try it and see. Listen. This is also one of the quadrilateral. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a 4 sides with made up of line segments. So it is a quadrilateral. So can we find the sum of all interior angles of the quadrilateral as 360? Yes, because here also I am going to separate them into two triangles. This is one triangle, this is one triangle. If sum of the angles of the triangle is 180, this is 180 and this also 180. So 180 plus 180, 360. So sum of all interior angles, I'll say interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360. Okay, did you understand how this 360 comes? So if you want to find the angle sum of this quadrilateral, you will segregate them into two triangles and you find this triangle and this triangle, then you can add it and see. Okay, so this is possible for both convex as well as concave. Okay, this is possible for convex as well as concave. Understood, children? Next is your second question. What is the second question given, children? How many diagonals does each of the following have? So diagonal means what? It is the line segment connecting two non-adjacent vertices. Yes, do you remember that what is a diagonal, right? So we are going to find the diagonals for the following. What are the questions given? We are going to find the diagonal for that respective diagrams. What is the A question? A convex quadrilateral. So convex quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means what? A four-sided figure or four-sided polygon. Is it? Convex means what? It will be like this, which will not be it will be projected outside. It will not be inside. Okay, it is a convex. So these two are non-adjacent vertices. So I'll put a line segment, and these two are non-adjacent. I'll put a line segments. So how many totally diagonals we can form in this convex quadrilateral? Only two. Okay. Next, what is the second question? A regular hexagon. Hexagon means, regular means what? All the sides are equal. Hexagon means 6 sides. So all the 6 sides of a polygon are equal. So that is what our question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what your regular hexagon. Sometimes my figure don't look like a regular hexagon, but no problem, it looks like a hexagon. So we are going to form a diagonals. Okay, is it correct? Okay, this is what our diagonals. So can we count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, This also we want, children. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so how many diagonals we have? Totally 9 diagonals. Listen. Okay, after explaining this triangle, I'll give you a formula for easy calculation. Okay. What is the next diagram? A triangle. Triangle will be like 3-sided. Do we have a diagonal for this? Because all the vertex are adjacent to each other. So it is not non-adjacent. So there is no diagonal. What, children? There is no diagonal for this triangle. But for convex quadrilateral we have 2. In regular hexagon we have 3. And for a triangle we don't have any diagonal. Okay, I'll give you one formula. If n is the sides of the polygon, if n is the what? Sides of the polygon, how to find the diagonal? Diagonal is equal to n into n minus 3 divided by 2. If it is a 4-sided figure, this is actually 4-sided figure, right? So what, instead of n, what you will put? You will put n is equal to 4. Above 4 into 4 minus 3 what? 1 divided by 2. Is it? 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. 2 into 1, 2. You got the answer, right? So if the figure is 4, you will put, instead of n, you will write 4. In this regular hexagon, so how many sides this hexagon will have? 6 sides. So instead of n, what you will put? 6. 6 into 6 minus 3, 3 divided by 2. Now 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Now 3 into 3, 9. Did you got? Yes. See here, what is the how many sides the triangle is having? 3 sides. So instead of n, what you will put? You will put 3. Above 3 into 3 minus 3, 0 divided by 2. Any number into 0? 0. 0 by 2, 0. So no diagonals. Understood? Next is your 4th question. Children, see your textbook, okay? In that question, they have given figures and they have given sides of those figures. Okay, how many sides that figures is having, that they have given. So for this figure, we have 3 sides. For this figure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides is given. Actually, this dotted line is not a figure. Not a side, okay? Only this line is sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally how many sides is given? 3, 4, 5, 6. How they are finding the angle sum for this figure? Angle sum property of angle sum value of this triangle is what? 180 degree. If you add all the angles of a triangle, you will get 180 degree. So here how they are finding now? 2 into 180, because I am separating this 4-sided polygon into 4-sided polygon into 2 triangles. But 2 into 180. 180 plus 180, 360. Like that you are writing. Instead of time, yes, they are saying 180 is given, Noda. So 2 into 180. Actually, how that 2 comes? 4 minus 2. Number of sides minus 2 into 180 degree. See, listen, number of sides. So here 4 is your number of sides now. So number of side minus 2 into 180 degree will get our angle sum for this polygon. Here, this is a 5-sided figure. They are separating them into 3 triangles. Appo 3 into 180. Actually, how this 3 into 180 comes? 5 minus 2, number of side minus 2 into 180, you will get the angle sum for this value. Next, 6. how they are separating? 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 3 triangle, 4 triangle. Appo 4 into 180. Actually, how this 4 comes? 6 number of side minus 2. So whatever the side is given, we are saying number of side minus 2, number of side minus 2, number of side minus 2. This is how we are finding the angle sum for the particular figure. What can you say about the angle sum of a convex polygon with number of side? If the side is 7, what is the angle sum? How we will write the number of side minus 2 into 180 degree. Is it? This is how you will do, right? 7 minus 2. 7 is the number of side minus 2. I told you if number of side is given, number of side minus 2. Number of side minus 2. So here also number of side minus 2. 7 minus 2, 5 into 180. What is the 5 into 180 value? 7 minus 2 is what? 5. 5 into 180 you can multiply and see, children. 0 into 5, 8 5 is 40, 90. Appo, what is the angle sum value? 900 degree. Here 180 degree na. Here when it is a 7 sides, it is a 900 degree. Next 8. 8 what you will do? 8 minus 2 into 180. 8 minus 2 is what? 6 into 180. 6 into 180 can we do it? 0. 8 6 are 48. 10. Appo 1080 degree is the angle sum measure for 8 sides. 900 degree is the angle sum measure for 7 sides. Next, when it is a 10 side, 10 minus 2 into 180. 10 minus 2 is what? 8 into 180 degree. Our 180 into 8, 0. 8 8s are 64, 14. Is it? 180 into 8, 1440. 1440 degree is your angle sum measure for 10 sides. If it is n sides, what you will do? N minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay? N is the number of sides, children. So if it is 7 na, 7 minus 2 into 100. 8 na, 8 minus 2 into 100. 10 means 10 minus 2 into 100. N means n minus 2 into 100. So this and all you can write it in your textbook. Then your fifth problem. It is an easy problem. It can be written based upon your definitions. So that is your homework where you should do it in your textbook. Okay, children? Next is your sixth problem. Actually, you should write this problem in your fair notes, okay? That I'll give you the notes. Find the angle measure x in the following figure. We are going to find the value of x in the figure, okay? What is this figure? Is it a triangle or a quadrilateral or a pentagon or a hexagon? Which is what type of polygon it is? It is a quadrilateral, okay, because it is a four-sided figure. What is the sum of angles of a quadrilateral is? 360 degree. What is the value? It is 360 degree. So shall we write it? Sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So shall I add all the values? 50 degree plus 130 degree plus 120 degree plus x is equal to 360. Is it? Usually we will be doing this type of problem in sum of all interior angles of a triangle is 180. Do you remember that? If any one is not known, you will bring all toward that side to find the value of x. The same way we are going to find the value of x here. 130 plus 50, what is the value? 180. 180 plus 120, 300. Plus x is equal to 360 degree. Now we want to find the value of x. For 360 degree minus 300 degree. Why? I am bringing this plus 300 toward that side, becomes minus 300. So x is equal to 60 degree. So what is the value of x? 60 degree. Okay, listen children. This statement is must. Sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360. So I am adding all the interior. Interior angle means what? The angle which is inside. I am adding all the interior angles which I am getting 360. Okay, so 50 plus 130, 180. 180 plus 120, 300. Upper 360 minus 300 is 60 degree. So x value is what? 60, which is unknown here. Okay. Next is your B question. Okay. What is the B question? We are going to find the value of x. So we can consider this as one quadrilateral. Is it? Can we consider this as one quadrilateral? Yeah. So here this side we have, this we have. This is x which we want to find. Whether we know the value of this? Yes, that is our first responsibility to find it. So I don't know. So I am taking this value, this part as a. Okay, I am going to find the value of a. So what is the value of this side? It is actually 90 degree. Yes. By can we find this, right? Because by seeing itself we can say that this side is 90 degree. We are going to find this. So it looks like a linear pair. Do you remember the linear pair concept? In 180 degree, if an arm is there, this two sum, this angle and this angle, if you add, it is equal to 180 degree. Do you remember that? The same concept we are going to do it. Sum of linear pair angles is 180. Sum of linear pair angle is 180. So what is one angle? 90 degree plus another angle A equal to 180. So what is the A value? 180 degree minus 90. A is equal to 90 degree. So have you find the value of A? Yes. What is the value of A now? 90 degree. So this answer you got, this you got, and this also you got. So can we find this x? Yes. What is the formula? Sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360. So this is important, children, and this statement is also important. You should not write as such like this. You should write this property and you should write it. So shall we add all the values? X plus 90 plus 60 plus 70 equal to 360. What you want to find? X. So shall we add all those things? 9 plus 60, 150. 150 plus 70, 220. Now x plus 220 degree is equal to 360. X is equal to 360 minus 220 equal to 140 degree. Is it? X is equal to how much? 140 degree. Understood? So we don't know this value. So by using the linear pair, if this is the case, you can find the linear pair and you can find the value of A. Then we are adding all those things to find the value of x. Understood?